Alright, I am Crepuscle, and this is Azur Lane, Substellar Crepuscle, Part 2. So we're going to finish up the story, but first off we're going to get Z52. So let's see how badly I can fail at this thing. It actually wasn't terrible. Come on, get out of the way, dude. Nope. Hey, that wasn't actually bad. That's the first time I've ever got a bullseye in this stupid game. Alright. So. Next. These guys have to be D3. Or B3 or D3. And we're going to do B3. But first, we're going to do a little bit of leveling. You're going out with those three. Interesting. Oh, and Hipper. Hipper's a little unique to be going out with those. Alright, let's give you an Iron Blood. That cruiser gun, just because. Who doesn't? Is that Eldry? Yeah, it's Eldry meta. And finally, I've got a lot of blue gear. Let's turn it into easy levels. Okay, that is one down. Let's see, you want an AP main gun. Alright, who doesn't need... I'm not using Hanukkah for anything at the moment. And... you're not using that for anything, Felix. Yeah, and I know this will mean that all of the extra copies I get for her as point completion are going to be useless, but who cares? I forget. Did I remember to get... No, I didn't. Get her to 100.
いきなりプライベートのことを聞いてくるタイプ指揮官になら教えてもいいわよ
And finally you.
日差しが強くて溶けそうトロトロチョコになってしまったら
The sun is a deadly laser. Okay, girl. Whatever. Get you to 100 before I forget again. Alright. And you don't care what you use, but you also don't get light cruiser guns. I think I might need to make more HE guns, but we won't worry about it right now. I'll just put that on you. Oh. Well, that's C9. I need that on her. Bologna? That's Duisburg. Brennus. I don't need that on Brennus anymore. Okay. Ryuho doesn't need that. Not using Ryuho for anything at the moment. And, oh, there's an empty one. You're a little more torpedo based, so I'll put a hammer on you. And you... Yeah, look at that firepower versus that torpedo. I think you're torpedo based too. Who's gonna be still? Okay. That is all three. We're going to turn auto off. So honestly, that's what I would normally do. And now, after that leveling slash gear equipping, even though their skills are under leveled, we ought to be able to just fly through this. Oh cool, the mines at submarines.
頑張ったおかげよ。
敵を殲滅しつつ前進せよ。進むのだ。進め、進むのだ。
沈んじゃいなさい。沈んじゃいなさい。
進むのだ。
みんなで頑張ったおかげよ。
Well, I don't see any more large nodes.
負けないわよ。
進むのだ。進め、進むのだ。
沈んじゃいなさい。負けないわよ。沈んじゃい。
進むのだ。進め、進むのだ。
沈んじゃいなさい。みんなで頑張ったおかげよ。
Alright, and they should be able to destroy this boss easily.
敵を殲滅しつつ前進せよ。進むのだ。進め、進むのだ。
It's a star beast!
沈んじゃいなさい。沈んじゃいなさい。
進むのだ。
はじめまして。
至って普通の勝利です。指揮官、て
Okay, let's just skim through. And the other thing I need to do is my SP. That's 5 more
敵
points.
を殲滅しつつ前進せよ。進むのだ。進め、進むのだ。
ざっくり。
And after I do this, if my calculations are right, I should only have to buy 15 vouchers from the shop.
進むのだ。
君はこの勝った。
愛の懲罰の時間。進め、進むのだ。進め、進むのだ。
ざっくり。魂のあるところへ。
進め、進むのだ。
あんたが勝った。
愛の懲罰の時間。進む。進め、進むのだ。
ざっくり。
敵を殲滅しつつ前進せよ。
And just a reminder to anybody who hasn't gotten it yet,
進め。
there is a 2-pack promise crate in the cash shop at the moment. It's one of the better values they give you.
進め。進むのだ。 少年、あんたが至って普通の勝利に過ぎ。愛の懲罰の時間。進め。進むのだ。進め。進むのだ。
ざっくり言っとけば楽しみのあるところへ。
進め。進むのだ。
あ、ごめん、ぶつかっちゃった。
至って普通の勝利。敵を殲滅しつつ前進せよ。進むのだ。進むのだ。
ざっくり言っとけば楽しみのあるところへ。
進め。進むのだ。進め。進むのだ。進め。進むのだ。
楽しみのあるところへ。ざっくり言っとけば
至って普通の勝利。敵を殲滅しつつ前進せよ。進む。進め。進むのだ。
ざっくり言っとけば楽しみのあるところへ。
進め。進むのだ。至って普通の勝利に。
All right, let's take out the level 110 version of this thing.
要するに私しかこの力を手にした方がいいですね。開くね。では
どけ。
かけるとしましょう。
邪魔だ。
よくわかんないけどやってやるよ。切り開く。天井になんだこの池の量が見えない。
Yeah, it didn't last long.
君はこの
今ので満足したか。
指揮官様。
All right. There we go, 15 short. So let's buy 15 real quick.
ただいま参上ってわわわわ飛ばしすぎた。ふう。あんたは指揮官？なかなかいいやつそうね。これからは仕事でも戦闘でも何でも私に指示飛ばして。
That's quite a voice. Thundering Seal grants this ship the Thunder Heart. Every time the ship fires your main guns, Thunderheart gains 1 counter. Every time Thunderheart gains 1 counter, performs... Wait, what? Every time the ship fires your main guns, so every time Thunderhound gains a counter... performs a special attack that inflicts the Thundersteel status on enemies. Topmost ship in your main fleet fires your main guns or launches an airstrike, removes all Thundersteel statuses. Enemies who had their Thundersteel statuses removed by this effect take 5% more damage for 10 seconds. Okay. Interesting. Soaring Heart. Increases the ship's firepower and torpedo by 15%. Every time Thunderheart gains 3 counters, increases ship's AA by 10% up to 5 times. So plus 50% AA. That's impressive. Upon reaching the stack limit, the ship gains a special AA gun. So Ironblood get an anti-air destroyer. While the ship was afloat for the first 5 battles of each sortie, and it's a supporting barrage skill. Alright, Thunder Guardian. Decreases the ship's damage taken by 15%, which is really strong. Every time the Thunderheart gains 6 counters, restore 1% of the ship's max HP. Every 2 times this HP recovery effect activates, performs an attack. First 3 times the slashing attacks perform each battle. Shipping your fleet with the current lowest HP percentage recovers 2% of their max HP. Grants the ship the flagship cover skill. While the ship is afloat, decreases your flagship's damage taken by 25%. Oh. So it gives them 2%, a 2% heal, and a 25% damage taken reduction. Impressive. There are multiple ships in your fleet with a flagship cover skill. Only the one with the strongest effect activates. So no stacking flagship cover. Normal. Allowed assault. Okay. And torpedoes being firepower, A and AA. Yeah. Okay. What do my fellow Washingtonites have to say? Short stack. Okay. We have our Z52. And you know what? Just for the memes, do I have event points for it? Yes, I do. We'll put that torpedo mount on her. And Sakura DD main guns. Wish I could buy these in bulk instead of having to buy them individually. All right.
指揮官は普段なんかスポーツとかやってるの？おお、それね。私もまあまあ得意だから今度一緒にやってみない？
17308.
どんな勝負
36082.
どんな障害でも飛び越えてみせる。
6-5, 8-5. Getting a little low on coin. Okay, this thing actually has decent AA. What the heck? Let's make another AA gun for her. I could probably plus 13 the AA gun, but I'm a little low on cash. Same thing for plus 13 the destroyer gun. But this should be pretty strong for the moment. Need to work on my destroyer gear tech for firepower. There, that ought to be a pretty nice setup. Okay, let's swap you out. Just put her straight into the recovery dorm. And there is not much to your outfit, is there? It's not like head pats. What is that dance? Okay. Alright, she likes the bath a lot. Looks like she's waiting for something to eat. She always has her tongue out. Okay. Cool, cool. Let's... Oh, wait. Not there. just to see her in action. Let's do one run of D3. Man, she's flying through the all-out assault. Oh, that end of the fight animation. She did pretty impressive damage numbers too. She beat up Friedrich Karl. Or okay, so all of those red slashes are either her AOA or one of her skills. That's pretty impressive. She's the lowest leveled ship in this entire fleet. Has none of her skills leveled up, and she's still kicking butt. Now, granted, I put some really good gear on her. Alright, let's see how she does against the boss.
愛の懲罰の時間よ。
進むのだ。進め、進むのだ。
飛ばせバースト、燃え上がれサンダーハート。魂のあるところへ。
進め、進むのだ。
飛ばせバースト、燃え上がれサンダーハート。飛ばせバースト、燃え上がれサンダーハート。
Kaboom!
あんたが指揮官。
至って普通の勝利に過ぎん。指揮官、うぬぼれるような真似をせず、引き続き励むのだ。
Not bad. Not bad at all.
これはなかなかの極楽ですね。
Okay, Fritzrumi still has a way to go before I could oath her. Alright, now with all that having been said, let's get back into the story. Time, unknown. Location, unknown. Jinsu, can you hear me? Oh, Helena closed her eyes deep in thought. Is that you, Helena? Have you already solved your problem? Let's start with yours. What's the situation? Nagato and Hiei from this test site beta are back to normal, but we can't leave Camelot. Well, I happen to know why. Test site beta has moved somewhere. Did you say it moved? The Empress did it. She was plotting this whole time. There's nothing outside of Camelot. That's why you can't leave. I'm guessing you don't know where Beta is either. Yes, she's really done it this time, but I think we owe Dee a debt of gratitude. Activate the communicator she left and maintain a connection with the test site Beta. Don't cut off comms with me either. You're gonna trace it backward? I'll have it done in less than 72 system hours. Also, let the Elizabeth from Beta know to pass this message on to our 2 whale hunters. If you don't want to be homeless when you return, you best start analyzing now. Someone's awfully caring today. I'm just returning a favor. Anyway, that's about it. Let's be careful with this. Helena muted the communication channel and turned her attention to a different panel. Core of the fake test site, a perfect place to serve as observers' new habitat. Heh heh heh, this surprise will really knock you out. Coordinates traced, switching to capture mode. Let's get down to business. Uh-oh, Helena's getting serious. Sardinia Empire, former World Expo venue, Sakura Empire Pavilion. A day had passed since the Sakurans had arrived at their pavilion. Thanks to everyone's coordinated efforts, the recording and repairing of the rupture was proceeding smoothly. A barrier for Kaga had been raised, and she was performing the final preparations by herself. In spite of the situations at hand, some still found some time to rest and chat. And that's every story I have about the commander. Oh god, they're doing Girl Tarek. From the Long Island defense line to the Bermuda Sea and the counteroffensive in the NA Ocean. There's also the World Expo incident, the battle inside Nakara that was just fought. The commander really has fought alongside the Eagle Union in many, many places. Yeah, I suppose so. Helena's fought under the commander for a long time. I might have fought just a teensy bit longer, though. Ah, that gives you bragging rights amongst all the groupies. Am I supposed to act jealous now? Yes. Ah, you. I think you're such a big deal. All you've done is nearly end the world and make the commander weep for you. And then you had to be rescued. It's true, I made a great mistake and caused much trouble for the commander. Despite that, the commander saved me and even accepted my obsessions. I'm ready to give up anything for that person, even my own life. Can you say the same? We still nearly ended the world as we know it, and the commander alongside with it. That is precisely why the love in my heart must burn hotter than everyone else's. Ah. Memphis could only roll her eyes at the audacity. My, what's this lively conversation about? A voice spoke out, and a beam of light shot into the pavilion, assuming the form of a ship girl. Who are you? Unzin, what brings you here? I heard you two talking about the commander, so I thought I should share an old story of mine. Story with us to share, have you? Yes, long ago, when the Naval Academy delegation paid a visit to our homeland. It's about a person who feared not getting lost, a person who passed through countless barriers and paths to reach me. Girl talk. Okay. When the light fades, that bright classroom once again appears before my eyes. Madam M's classroom, I'm back again, aren't I? Repressing the mental anguish of experiencing death firsthand, I survey my surroundings. As expected, the purple-haired lady stands at the podium. She shoots me a thoughtful look. So, did you enjoy this second search? Despite all my caution, I fell right at the finish line. Not enough information, I take it? Just like when we were ready for a counterattack, the extra dimensionals caught us in a trap. There has to be a leader planning their actions, but who? You know I'm not going to tell you. Figures. A sigh escapes my lips over her stubborn attitude. At the same time, I notice that there's a girl in white clothes sitting next to my desk. Did you remember anything? She speaks to me with innocent curiosity in her eyes. Her presence here feels unbelievably natural, like she's been here from the very start. Yeah, some things at least. Good. There's a tiny change in her expression for just a moment. It's a smile. Back on topic. We were going to talk about you. I still have so many questions for you. You don't give up, do you? Even when you know how I'm going to answer. I'm well aware that you won't give me straight answers. I just want to discuss them with you. Well, that I can do. What's on your mind then? Now, this is only a theory, but assuming that everything I experienced was real, what happens to the world the moment I leave it, after going back in time to make a new choice, that is? Perhaps it naturally develops into another possibility, or perhaps it all vanishes into nothingness. Those two couldn't be any more different. Wait, let me guess. They're the same, aren't they? Correct, they are. Because the moment you made your choice, that world thereafter became real from your perspective. As for the other branching outcomes, they were demoted to mere possibilities. Perhaps they're possible, perhaps they aren't. They may continue past that point, or they may cease right there and then. What difference does it make to you, as one who lives in certainty? You're forgetting the people other than me. What about them? Okay, we're getting so deep into many worlds bullshit. My choice causes the world to deviate towards another branch that I cannot observe. How do other people perceive this branch? Other people? Of course. Okay, let's take the girls from the Resistance as an example. Their existence is in of itself simply one possibility. Discussing what-ifs about them is meaningless. There's simply one possibility? What does that make you, then? If you're saying that only outside observers are worth discussion, and there's two of us, you've been observing them, too. Not quite. I've only been observing you in the immediate space around you. Uh-huh. What if you want to observe the past again? If I feel like doing that, then I'll do it. But no matter I see or have seen, it means nothing to you. What ifs, that is, possibilities, mean nothing compared to established facts. Let's put this as meaning that doesn't talk to Resk. You could observe infinite possible worlds while I cannot. What I'm wondering is, can I only move down a path made up of certainties? Ah, I see where you were going for now. Frankly, I underestimated you. I thought so. The secret to that ability of yours lies in the Antiochus' system. That world is a test site, isn't it? That's why it can be observed. While she neither confirms nor denies my statement, her lips seem to stiffen a little. Possibilities are endless and unable to be predicted. Throw an outside observer into the mix, though, and the possibilities converge, become facts, gain meaning. That is why the Antiochus came up with the test sites. Every test site is recorded in their system once they intervene at a specific point in time. What's more, every test site can continue being monitored even after the Antiochus' departure, thanks to the presence of their creations. Any given branch is a parallel possibility until Antiochus arrives and makes it their test site, thus making it a definite, real, and meaningful. Am I correct? Dots. Not completely. Is it not just the test sites, or is there something else that you observed? Oh, now I get it. That's why you've been observing me. Every time I arrive at the truth, new possibilities are made definite, thus creating test sites. Is that it? See? As long as you're given in an environment to think in, you can make one discovery after the next, no? Discussion time's over. Now's the time to make your next choice. I mean, at least this guy is smarter than Subaru. Do you want to continue? That's... some choice. Alright. So, almost halfway through the story. T equals T minus 8. Time equals time of death minus 8 hours, I presume. Over on the Silverstern, I see mining robots hard at work running from place to place. Now I'm back to just before the attack. That's about 8 hours back. Damn it, I have so little time to work with. How do I do this? Better order readiness for an ambush right now? It'll buy us some time at least. Then I need to warn Rumi about rushing into dangerous territory. Working out a basic solution is going to require a bigger fleet. Wait, a bigger fleet? A ray of light shines at the far end of the ocean, seemingly beaming a flood of information into my mind. The experiment finally worked. By improving the materials, we succeeded in creating a variant of the E-Cube. We didn't have a name for it, but after doing some research and getting feedback from the other team members, yeah, let's go with Wisdom Cube. I like the sound of that. Dots. Today we'll discuss what has been dubbed the meta phenomenon. Meta itself is derived from an ancient word which means change. It is quite broad in meaning, but for our purposes it refers to the result of a property having undergone change. The process itself of a property changing is what is known as metamorphosis. This process has been observed in wisdom cubes. Cases of metamorphosis has been observed in certain shipgirl subjects as well. Another memory fragment. Perfect timing. There's a variant of the energy cube known as the wisdom cube. That's odd. How come there are wisdom cubes in this world? If Resistance could use wisdom cubes to expand their fleet, they wouldn't be in these dire straits right now, so what went wrong? Value cubes, our only option is to rely on Admiral Hypermeta to save us. A while later, I've come to Rumi. She's overseeing the mining operation. Is something the matter? Your expression tells me so. We gotta talk about these wisdom cube things. Wisdom cubes? How long has it been since I heard those words? It's as you say. We are beings born of those wisdom cubes. Alas, all our cube gathering technology have disappeared with the Sirens, and our stockpile is long since run out. Hey, gathering technology? Are you saying that the cubes are collected somehow? Indeed. A unique ore rests deep below the sea, I've heard. Only the Sirens knew how to retrieve it. Even should the technology be returned to us, building the necessary facilities to gather the materials is a pipe dream in our circumstances. She cracks a bitter smile of self-deprecation. It's not what I remember. It is said the Wisdom Cube was created as a variation on the Energy Cube. Did the Sirens restrict their access to that information? Well, even if they did, it's far too late to change now. I want to get in touch with Mipper. Mipper, you say? Ah, yes. It was she who first discovered you. Do you have questions for her? The Resistance's relationship with her is pretty complicated based on what Duisburg told me. You could say that again. Her name is to this day on the Duchy's wanted list. That isn't to say that we seek to arrest her, though. Did she end up turning meta because of something the Duchy did? Long ago, we fought a war and lost. Followed our orders and carried out our mission. There was no outside interference or internal strife. Still, we lost. We took our defeat and accepted it. Mipper, however, did not. So she fought the Duchy and wound up on the wanted list, I presume. This was long in the past. Sorry if I touched on a delicate subject. Later on, Mipper would not antagonize us. In fact, she would even at times assist us with rising tides. Though if you asked her, she would never admit to it. It must be a matter of pride to her. Yeah, she's tsundere. What do you expect? Louiseburg can tell you more about her than I. Summon her, will you? There's no time for that. We can get to the nitty-gritty another time. What? No time? She becomes suddenly alert after her stint in the Sea of Memories. What do you mean? Can you explain? The situation has changed. Extra Dimensionals have a leader and they're using our counter-operation as an opportunity for something. Since your biggest guns are with us, the smartest thing to do is to raise the base's alertness level and return as soon as possible. They have a chief class, in other words. If there is one, it's a serious threat. There hasn't been a single sighting of a chief class in decades since the Sirens left, however. How can you be certain there is one when you haven't seen the shadow of an indication of it? We don't have any proof. We'll just have to do an emotional appeal. My commander's instinct is screaming at me. Trust me on this. An instinct isn't a satisfactory answer. How certain is this instinctual feeling of yours? 100% certain. Very well. I trust you. I will contact the base post-haste. 1 hour later, my prediction comes true and the base is attacked. Beep beep. Urgent report, Light. Can you hear me? What happened? Answer at once. Swarm of extra dimensions are like attacking the base. We're just about holding our ground because we raised the alertness level to maximum and anyway. The enemy's kind of going ham out there, but we moved our defenses and they're holding up. That was some sick foresight on your part. It was not me who predicted the attack, it was the commander. Get your forces together and bolster the defense. Once our capital ships are there, we will pincer the enemy and annihilate them. Got it, thanks a ton to you too, Mandy. Rumi terminates the call and then turns to me with a look of suspicion. It's exactly as you predicted. What do we do now? The only thing I know is that the enemy is waiting in ambush in the danger zone. Base's defenses are solid. Ah, I know. Since HQ is ready and they have the Eternal Stars, they should be able to hold their own. I'll admit, I might have suggested a return to base too hastily. As far as I can see, our original mission objectives are still compatible to some degree. Securing the minimum we need is better than going home empty-handed. Duisburg, how's the mining coming? It's about 30% of our goal. We cannot afford to wait for its completion. That is true. Enough for one radiation purger we'll have to do for now. That's enough for us to say we accomplished what we set out to do. There you have it, Duisburg. As soon as we have the materials for one device, recover the equipment and retreat. Understood. There's a possibility that our force is their real target. I want everyone as ready for battle as we can be when we head back. Let's aim for a return route that's quick and safe. Z52, help the commander plot a course. There will be no running in blindly. You got it! Oh, and I'd like to request one additional reinforcement. Come again? Let me remind you, we are the only combat-ready fleet in this area. Almost. There's Mipper. Send a request for assistance. It doesn't matter if it's unencrypted. Knowing her track record, she'll agree to help. We need her strength right now. It's worth a try. I cannot guarantee her aid, but the more support we have, the better. Thank you, Rumi. We'll set off as soon as everyone is ready. The fleet sailed onward, maintaining vigilance, and arrived back at the headquarters. Duisburg tried to contact Mipper numerous times, but in the end, she did not show up in our defense. Phew, back last! Man, these Eternal Stars are running way better than I thought. Those extra dimensionals are stuck there out of periphery. Nope, this is our best chance to strike them from both sides. Z11, we have reached the base. Give me a report on the enemy's deployments. Like what? Did you only just arrive? Why do you ask? Because, like, a force outside our defense line attacked the enemy about an hour ago. It seemed like a pretty powerful force, so I, just assumed it was you and couldn't radio us or something. Is there another force? In what direction? I must see for myself. It's Bipper! Rumi's recon aircraft returned quickly with the answers. Extra dimensionals were being intercepted by one single person. A young lady with a flat profile. Oh, they had to make that dig. Kaboom! Since you've got such a death wish, I'll be your wish granter. In the name of the Admiral Hipper class, I will play a song to soothe your souls. Boom. Hipper's here? That explains why she wouldn't answer our calls. She's just too nice to turn her back on us. She has gotten even stronger in the long time since I last saw her. Her fighting style, though, is still the same. Should we link up with her? What say you, Commander? Supposing that we do, what do you reckon the odds are that she'll help with our mission? I'm not sure. Given the circumstances, it seems a very slim chance. But let's not push it. She can do it her way and keep the enemy off balance. Rumi, Commander, here are the enemy's positions. There are fewer of them than I anticipated. Mipper must have really cut them down to size. First, let us deal with the group 60 degrees to the east. Then we'll rendezvous with Mipper and take out the ones 95 degrees from here. Finally, we'll clean them up in order. How's that? Sounds good. I'll contact headquarters and request supporting fire. Everyone, prepare to engage. Oh, background change. It's Mipper looking off into the gray sky. Our counteroffensive went smoothly. The enemy markers on the monitor vanished one after the next, and victory seemed but a shot away. Right at that moment, a shocking development occurred. A star overhead suddenly glows blindingly brightly, its magnified radiance lighting up half the night sky in the blink of an eye. The white heavens has become diffused with innumerable blue lights that flicker in and out of existence, like someone has inverted the colors of the night. A strange sound like encroaching waves rings out, resonating with everything and everyone, shaking the very soul. Oh my god, is that a Lord class? I thought they were a myth. Ah, it's coming in on a re-entry vector from space. A Lord class, a being that surpasses even the Chief class, the true leader of the extra dimensionals. Star Beast is its name. It has only appeared 3 times throughout history. Every appearance has been marked with a disaster. That makes that the 4th time. How did you deal with it the previous 3? From the sound of it, they didn't. The first time we threw all of humanity's Golden Age creations at it. The second, the Sirens displayed their final glory. The third, we could do nothing but witness its fury. Dots. This is looking grim. Countless feelers appear, reaching into the sky as though trying to stitch it in a sea together. The waves grow strong and furious, striking fear into the heart of every ship girl. Star Beast. Back then, it was you. I finally found you. Yes, it's time. Time to take revenge for what you did to my sisters. I was weak back then, but not anymore. Your death will be the Admiral Hipper's class's crowning achievement. Hipper gazed up at the vast sky and declared her intent for all to hear, and she's mildly crazy. No, Hipper, calm down. It's no use. She won't listen to us. That doesn't mean we're going to let her kill herself. All units, support Hipper with all you have. It's a level 125 Star Beast. Now this shows you the optimization they've gone into improving the system. They can have Hipper moving independently of our fleet on screen. That's cool. Kaboom! Cannon fire vanished like fireflies in the black starry sky. Nonsense. More nonsense. Even more nonsense. And it's a little bit more nonsense. And it just keeps going. I can't read any of this. It's gibberish. More gibberish. Even more gibberish. Crap, come at me. Lives. More gibberish. 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 So the HP bar is not going down. But ours isn't either, so that's cool. Ooh, this is a cool CG. Gibberish! Nonsense. More nonsense. And some gibberish to sprinkle it down. More gibberish. Absolutely everything crumbles to dust in the dazzling light. And we're dead! It's that shuffle sound. Yep, it confirms it. We're dead. Then I hear the sounds of card shuffling. Okay. EPS 3-1. Sardinia Empire, former World Expo venue, Sakura Empire Pavilion. The day to perform their rite of return has come. The ship girls had done everything that they could. Now they could only wait with bated breath. Along with the surge of light, golden butterflies appeared and flew through the hall. The butterflies touched the barriers one by one, lighting them up like machines coming to life. Elsewhere, the same ritual was being held. In the east, inside the Dragon Palace within the Pacific. Wow, this ritual is way more impressive than the one in Belle's movies. And it feels like some strange powers surrounding me. Are these souls? After the golden butterflies came, ones dyed purple. Two joined a colorful dance, restoring life to the ruined land and renewing the decayed building. Their fallen comrade opened her eyes once more. Musashi, you are back. Isn't this wonderful, Akagi? The ritual was a success. Yes, it's wonderful. Whilst the lights from the barriers mixed, another person appeared inside the hall. Lady Yamato ordered me to pass along her congratulations on the successful ritual. Lady Musashi is back to normal and knows what must be done next. With the ritual complete, it is now time to activate the magic circle with which to find the commander. Most splendid. A third butterfly, a blue one, spread its wings in the hall. The power of the barriers warped the floor and walls around them, revealing dozens more hidden magic circles. The illusory night sky overhead and the myriad of ritual barriers below began to glow. Have you chosen a tracking pointer? The tracking pointer was the person who would determine the magic circle's search range to locate the commander. Shinano. This person had to remain at the heart of the magic circle, using the ritual's power to ward off the cognitive interference. Not only would the person have to endure the burden of controlling this mighty power, but they at the same time needed to pin down traces of the commander amidst an incoming flood of information. This required a resilient mind, and the process could inflict serious harm if sustained for a long period. I will do it. I'm here if you need to stop. Don't overdo it now, okay? Akagi is not the one I would put in. They said a resilient mind, not a batshit insane mind. I know, I won't. While I'm not as compatible as with Watatatsumi as you, I am more than sufficient for the task. Very well, who shall be the guiding mark? The guiding mark was the one responsible for denoting the target and aiding with the pursuit. Whilst the original ritual had no such position, it was added in light of the handkerchief that Memphis gave to the commander. Well, seeing as Clemenceau isn't here, and it was my handkerchief, I'll do it. Don't worry, Akagi and I will bring the commander home safely. Oh... These two. We have to trust these two not to be catty with each other. Great. Both of you step into the magic circle, please. Of course, I'm ready. Akagi and Memphis set foot inside the magic circle. The lights dancing through the air spun around the circle and formed rings, then turned into columns of light that encased the two. Wait for us, Commander. I'm coming to save you, my dear Commander. Magic circle, activate. EPS 3-2, limits of possibility. I'm back again inside that well-lit classroom. We're dead, boys. Madam M looks at me with a smile on her lips, steps down from her podium, and walks up to me. Did you like the big surprise? Surprise? I'd call it a terrible shock. I could have figured you knew about it all along. What was that? The Star Beast. Good question. It's something you stand no chance against. You cannot defeat it, not as you are now, anyway. Exactly what I was thinking. Things could have turned out differently if I'd prepared for it sooner, though. You sent me 3 days back before. Can you send me back 3 years or 30? What, are you going to live there from now on? Aren't there endless possibilities? I can keep trying new things. There were at first. No, not so much. Why not? You already sent me back in time twice. 3 days is the limit. Well, 4 days to be precise. You've only witnessed 4 days worth of that world's possibilities. Ah, that's the limit. That includes your first observation, the day that you set foot in the world. I can send you back to that moment or any time later, but not before. After all, there cannot be more than one first observation, can there? Oh, we're really stretching the Heisenberg principle to its limit. You can jump branches and return to an earlier starting point. That's certainly possible. But that isn't what you're hoping to do, is it? No. Well, what's the difference between this and that? I don't know. I don't have a concrete theory yet. Okay, keep on thinking then. Will you keep on choosing if it means having to confront that nightmarish enemy? Of course, if I give up, it's all over. This isn't even a nightmare scenario yet. There's loads of things I can try. For example, I could have them relocate the base and convince them to flee from the Star Beast. I'll do whatever it takes to make the world better. I'm excited to see you try. Okay. Yep, this is basically ReZero all over again. Episode 4-1. Prepare for the showdown. T equals T minus 5. So minus 5 hours or minus 5 days? Staring through the porthole of the mass-produced ship, I see ship girls fighting outside. This is the vicinity of the base. 5 hours until the Star Beast arrives. So there's reason to believe it can't just linger here forever. In that case, we should retreat and hide once it decides to go away. What if you took manual control of one of the static defenses? The problem is, abandoning headquarters so suddenly will incur heavy casualties for the resistance. Retreating while they're surrounded on all sides is a lot to ask, too. That's out of the question. The only thing left is to stall for time while probing for the Star Beast's weakness. Though it seems unstoppable, they have repelled it twice in the past. There must be a way to counter it. Taking advantage of the facilities the Sirens left behind might buy us enough time until the Star Beast goes away. To fight or to retreat? I'll let the girls make that choice. Looking up, I see Rumi's recon aircraft in the air. News about Mipper will reach us any second now. The Star Beast? You mean the leader of the Extra Dimensionals? Why do you bring that up now? Because it's commanding the enemies we're fighting against right now. I have to cut to the chase. There's no time to waste. If that's your idea of a joke, I'm not laughing. No, I'm dead serious. She looks me right in the eyes, searching for any indication that I'm lying. How certain are you about this? Beyond a doubt, we've got less than 5 hours before it shows up. I also know that Mipper got here before us and went to town, and that she has an axe to grind with it. How do you know that? I only just sent out my recon aircraft. You shift your gaze away. You best not be fooling with me. Does the Star Beast have any weaknesses? You've fought it off before, haven't you? Yes, assuming it does appear, this will be our 4th encounter. You're not earnestly considering fending it off, are you? Quite the opposite. We should steer clear of it. Is it possible to evacuate the HQ within 4 hours? Dots. The personnel, yes, but we will be forced to abandon almost all our supplies and equipment. Lives are worth more than materials. Yet lives alone cannot win wars. She shakes her head and retorts with bitterness in her tone. Yeah, I mean, this... If they abandon their crap, they're pretty much done as a resistance force. So Rumi has a point. That island is the last stronghold with the means to manufacture and maintain the equipment and the resistance needs. If we lose it and are forced to fall back on hastily made transferred supplies, we will not even make it to any allied territory. Fleeing is out of the question then. Duh. Yes, fighting is our only choice. For us, at least. You, on the other hand. I'm one of you. I can't just abandon you. Plus, if I die, I can just go back in time and do it over again. The last time the Star Beast appeared, how long did its fury last? 17 days. Is everything in its path destroyed? Everything save for a few sturdy fortifications the Sirens left behind. Do you hope to use one of those and weather the storm there? Our headquarters is no straw hut, but is nothing compared to the great strongholds of the Sirens. You're right. As it stands, it won't endure, but we could try reinforcing it. Sirens were trying to build some sort of colossal structure right where we stand. The Eternal Stars were going to be its offense modules, and the energy tower its power source. It's no stretch to assume that the Mirror Sea was to be its defensive component. We can reconfigure its parts like we did with the Eternal Stars. They might function as the Sirens intended them. Hold on. I remember a report on this. Here it is. Our engineering team gave it to me prior to our departure. Apparently, the 3rd and 4th stations in the hall aboard Eternal Star 1 flickered for just a moment before following its repairs. That's it. Do the other structures have access halls like that? They do, but Eternal Star 1 is the most broad in scope. What if number 1 isn't just a weapon, but also the command center of the whole thing? I think it's worth investigating. I almost forgot about Mipper. Is it possible to make her follow orders? Yeah, bloody right. Yes, I believe she'll agree to work with us if she learns that the Star Beast is coming. Let's narrow our defense line and focus on conserving strength instead of eliminating the enemy. I agree. Let us split up and each get ready. Roger. I'll head straight to the Eternal Star 1. Z52, you are to escort the commander. On it! Ha! Oh, look at Z52 coming in hot. 4-2, vanish in the mist. What was the floating boat thing that was just up there a second ago? Z52 dashes bravely through the herd of extra dimensionals. Look at this drink in her hand. I switch from the warship in a broad, high-speed boat, following her wake. Thunderheart burst! Kaboom! Sensing a change in the battle, the extra dimensionals extend their feelers to try to cut off our path. Too slow! Thunderheart, burn and send him flying! Kaboom! She breaches through the wall of tentacles before its completion. Thunderheart must be what she calls her rigging. Bzz. Strange sound suddenly rings out, and for an instant it feels like the boat's engine in my heart completely stopped. The next moment, though, that sensation vanishes like it's nothing. I felt that. The enemy is feeling pressured. That means our plan's working. Relax, I'm not going anywhere. Almost at the target. Petrosaurs, go! The drones scatter the incoming enemies and carry off my boat to the Eternal Star. Z52, regrouping with the original fleet. Here's hoping this will work. Good luck, Commander. Okay, so we're fighting him with Mipper again. Eternal Star command platform. Sometime later, I turned my attention to the third control panel in the hall. The Wall of Midgard, a protective barrier that combines offense and defense. I knew it. This Mirror Sea isn't just here to camouflage the HQ. Was the offensive part of it never completed? Seems we'll have to rely on its defensive features. Following the operation manual and the data left in the data logs, I issue a set of instructions to the structure via the panel. My credentials are verified without issue, and the orders are executed one by one. Mirror Sea's invisible boundary line starts to warp, creating what appears to be a sort of barrier. Up next, Station 4. I examine the fourth control panel while the defenses activate. Okay, logs. The energy tower. 0 damage sustained. I'm amazed considering how long it stood there. It's called the Tower of Midgard. Feels like I've seen that name somewhere before. Could it be linked to my lost memories? I start looking for what secret knowledge the tower contains. Damn! Logs and operating access are locked. Let's see, can only access once Jormungandr reaches 40%. Jormungandr? What the hell's that? What were the Sirens trying to do here? Despite looking all over, I failed to find anything that could clue me in. Interesting they're using Norse mythology names. Bzz. Right then, the shockwaves of the Star Beast appearing transmit through the hall. Hooray! A star overhead suddenly grows blindingly brightly, its magnified radiance lighting up half the night sky in the blink of an eye. That's quicker than last time. Did I catch on to what I'm doing? Fine, I'll have to play the hand I've built up then. Star, commence attack! Okay, are we going to be able to use a barrage from nowhere on this thing? Blue stars glimmer in the inverted sky. A Lord class. It did appear after all. Mirror Sea is changing. Commander must have succeeded. Are we going to be okay? We shall see. Fighting is our only choice. Countless feelers appear, reaching into the sky as though trying to stitch it and the sea together. The Eternal Star's barrage of shells blow them to smithereens. The pieces fall back down into the sea like hailstones. Bzz. There's that odd sound again. Beams of energy are fired at me, but the Mirror Sea's protective barrier blocks them all. It worked. Ha! Not so tough anymore. Your reign of terror is over. I can finally have my revenge. Calm down, Mipper. Stick to the plan. Yeah, I know. Although that barrier probably won't hold up. It's sufficient to stall for time. Now we must come up with a countermeasure. All ships, focus fire on the tentacles. Stop the Star Beast's descent. Oh, its HP bars are going down. Kaboom! What was that noise? Did the energy tower just explode? Curses. It overheated. Very hollow, but the tower didn't. You people have done more than enough. Now it's my turn. I'm taking that thing head on. Time to take revenge for what you did to my sisters. I was weak back then, but not anymore. Look at the expression in her eyes, the one closed and the one wide. She's crazy as hell. Your death will be the Admiral Hipper class's crowning achievement. Hipper gazed up at the vast sky and declared her intent for all to hear. Gibberish. More nonsense. Even more nonsense. A little bit of gibberish. And it just keeps going. Is this some kind of code? Gibberish. Cut the crap and come at me! But gibberish, 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 nonsense. Oh, its HP still going down. We're actually doing something. Nonsense! There's Hipper. It looks like she's getting blasted with something. Yeah, you're not making anything, sense of anything I can say. Yeah. Absolutely everything crumbles to dust in the dazzling light. The eternal star is the first to go. Yeah, we're dead. There's that sound. Then I hear the sounds of card shuffling. And we wake up in the classroom. Okay. Sardania Empire, former World Expo venue. Sakura Empire Pavilion. The tracking magic circle displayed a scene completely unlike where they were before. It was a busy port with cargo ships entering and leaving. Memphis, the commander's ties to the Union run deep. It's a good place to start looking. Hang on, is this NY City? Did we just get transported across the globe? No, it's just a vision the magic circle is showing us. The commander's ties to the Eagle Union run deep. It's a good place to start looking. Do you sense anything? No, nothing at all. It's our first attempt, so that's no surprise. Let's try elsewhere. Golden light poured down from above, spreading out in all directions from Isakai'd. In but a flash, the scene of NY City vanished, like a popped bubble. Where did everything go? Did you not freak out over every little thing? I simply excluded the place since our search there was done. That's... Well, on to the next one. It's a tornado. A turbulent sea. Abnormal weather was visible all throughout. This is the Bermuda Sea. Sense anything now? Nope, nothing. Next. An island at sunset. Lit lamps dot the landscape. This is our AF base. Isn't this like espionage? If there are any military deployments here in the future, you'll already... Just focus on locating the commander, would you? Right, sorry. Still nothing. This is going to take forever. What are you doing? What do you think? I'm speeding things up. Next place, the entire Pacific. The air over the Pacific, scattered islands, stretched as far as the eye could see. Hey, what's wrong? Take it easy. God, you're pale as death. Are you okay? Don't mind me. You're literally coughing up blood. Stop and rest. Out of the question. You're not going to die, okay? So, do you sense anything? I do, but it's very faint. Where? Spit it out. It's not right here. It's further north. North? Surely you don't mean the Arctic. Next. A barren, frozen sea. A storm raged, leaving its frost in its path. And now? It's getting stronger. There. It's right over there. I'll narrow the range. Next. A realm of deep blue. Giant cubes rest silently in the water like ice cubes. Where are we? I didn't change the location. I just narrowed the range. We're probably under the surface. What is this? An underwater mirror sea? Oh, the feeling got even stronger. This has to be the place. Next. Did the colors change? What in the world is that light? Some sort of force is fighting the magic circle. Ah. Let's see what is underneath you. Open now. I said open. Open, open, open. A starlit battlefield. Flames blazed with ceaseless fury. The feeling is even stronger now. Commander is very close. Yes, Commander! A classroom. Warm sunlight shone upon the desks and chairs. What the? A classroom? 4-2, united as one. When the light faded, I found myself back in the right classroom with visitors. Alas, the energy tower just couldn't take it. So much for your plan. Adam M was waiting for me, as usual. You can say that again. I generally thought it was going to work at first. You cannot defeat it. Not as you are now, anyway. The thing is, I'm a bit of a sore loser. Let me keep banging my head against it for a while. What will you do next? First, I'll need you to join me in some spirited debate. Sure, I don't see why not. Starbase has only appeared 4 times, and it's been decades since the last time. I just happened to end up in that world a week before it appeared. Now I can accept this much. But it came down earlier this time. And why do you think that is? Because the Siren facility changed the result of the resistances. No, my actions. Even back during the recovery operation at the Soberstern, the enemy was moving as an organized unit. They're changing because you're here. And you're drawing them. I think the Starbeast was already onto us by that point. Preparing the Eternal Stars and activating the Wall of Midgard threatened its arrival. With every move and advancement we made, the Starbeast became warier. Just what is Jormungandr? You're awfully sharp. Starbeast was a creation of the experimental framework, and Jormungandr is that which would destroy the beast. You mean Observer, then this is related to the X too? But the Starbeast is nothing like the X1 I remember. What you call extra dimensionals are simply material manifestations of the X's power. While they are connected to the X, yes, they are not the X's true form. I see. That doesn't make the danger any less real, though. If the X's start to wiggle their way into a test site, then why don't you Arbiters do anything about it? Oh, what makes you so convinced I'm so close to the Arbiters? Not just close to them, Adam M. You're an Arbiter yourself, the Magician. Really? If I was the Magician, why would I be here trying to help you through this? That's. If you think the Siren facility is what attracted the Starbeast, then go ahead and try destroying the energy tower this time. After all, you're in no danger if it ever comes. Not gonna work. It's only human to seek progress. Someday the Starbeast will feel threatened again, and it will return. Only in the distant future. You won't have to worry about that in your lifetime. Isn't that enough of a win? Then the world ultimately meets the same fate as I witnessed. The Sirens have already failed the second time it came. We can't be certain that we'll be able to stand up to it whenever it returns. As far as I'm concerned, this is our final opportunity to be rid of it. I've said this several times now. You cannot defeat it, not as you are now anyway. And you're right, not as I am now. But what about the past me, or the future me? The handkerchief in my chest pocket begins to glow. My friend's feelings seem to flow out of it. So this is why you took away my memories. Don't presume that you can control me forever, Magician. bright light burst from the handkerchief, engulfing the entire classroom. When it subsides, I found that two very familiar friends were joining us here. Hey, Akagi. Hey, Memphis. What's the trend? Commander! Memphis and Akagi. The haze in my mind clears. Memories of Test Site Beta and the people of the Azure Lane come rushing back. Unsealed memories flood my mind, washing away the dark clouds that obscured the faces of my friends. My mind works at speeds I'd never experienced. Energy cubes, wisdom cubes, the meteorite sample, the Watatatsume. Obsessions, illusions, souls, rebirth. Is that it? Finally, we found you. Are you okay, Commander? I'm safe enough here. How in the world did you two find me? It's all thanks to the tracking magic circle Yamato prepared. Girls recounted what had happened after the banquet. A whole lot has happened without me, huh? You have a lot to thank Yamato for. And I need to thank the two of you, of course. Not at all. It was necessary. Are you ready to go back, Commander? Not yet. I have unfinished business here. Don't you worry. Thanks to you two coming, I've caught a glimpse of victory. I'll make my triumphant return to our world soon. Victory? Triumph? Commander, what are you going on about? Let's skip the details for now, Akagi. Can you tell me how to use the Watatatsume? But you already put yourself into such danger to rescue me. You must take better care of yourself. I know that. We promised to travel together after all. Commander. There's no time. Can you give me the quick explanation? She's flustered for a moment. She calms herself and teaches me how to use the Watatatsume. So thoughts and prayers are integral to the process. No wonder she succeeded in reviving Amagi. Understood. Thank you. Staying in the magic circle must be bad for you. You two should go back. Absolutely not. If we sever our connection to you now, we may never be able to find you again. Oh, and I'm just going to need you two to wait a little longer. I don't know what's going on here, but good luck, Commander. We're not going home without you. After another flash of light, Memphis and Akagi disappeared as if they were never here in the first place. Meanwhile, Madame M sits on a desk and leans in close, gazing into my eyes from mere inches away. Do you remember everything now? Yeah, everything. What sweet friends you have. They've chased you to the ends of the earth and beyond. You and those girls are practically inseparable, aren't you? Naturally. Did you not know that, or did you just pretend not to notice the handkerchief? Oh, I wonder. Either way, it's true that I'm impressed. But that's enough discussion. It's time for you to choose. Do you want to continue? I do. You sound confident. I'm not going to solve my problems by running from them. Fleeing might buy you time, but you have to face your fears sooner or later. I won't give up as long as I'm still standing. Besides, I've come up with a strategy that just might work. I'm excited to see you try. Okay. So I am going to take a quick break. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I needed to stretch my legs a little bit. 5-1, another plan. T equals T minus 8, so we're 8 hours back for the last time we died. Staring through the porthole of the mass-produced ship, I see the ship girls fighting outside. I'm back again. If we don't activate the wall of Midgard, then it should take 5 more hours for the Star Beast to appear. I have to use that time to execute my plan. Looking up, I see Rumi's recon aircraft in the air. The news about Mipper will reach us any second now. I convince her the Star Beast is coming and have her contact Tipper. But what I'm about to do is the real turning point. You want to use the mineralized energy to bolster our forces? That's right. Is this unprecedented in your world? As far as I know, it's never been done. No, wait. I've never heard of mineralized energy being used to directly empower combat capabilities or output. When our civilization flourished, there were portable rigging repair devices made from that material. As the name implies, ship girls to use them to repair their rigging in battle, but it also worked, albeit to a lesser effect, on their bodies and hulls. While it is indirect, I think it's apt to call that an improvement to your combat force. Worked on hulls, too. Does that include hulls with meta-corrosion? Do any of them still exist today? No, we happened to have upon a batch long ago, but they've long been used up by now. As for whether they can cure meta-corrosion, I don't know. Really, that's a shame. But they can repair rigging, flesh, and hull alike? That's useful information. Aha, like, say, Lexington. When I get home, I'll have to research that at the Sea of Stars. Yes, yes. I want Lexington too. Mineralized energy can directly affect hulls, and it may be related to the Watatatsumi and to wisdom cubes. Can I see some of this mineralized energy for myself? Out of the question, I'm afraid. It's still contaminated. You can look after they're purged. Can you do that right away? Yes, there is a repaired radiation purger in the energy tower at HQ. If you want it updated now, I don't mind pushing that through. It'll take half a month at minimum. I doubt we'll have it done in time to fight that Star Beast, but if you're right about it. I don't need it updated, I just want the mineralized energy. It'll help in the upcoming battle. Do you really know a way to make ship girls stronger with mineralized energy? Something like that. I'll explain later. For now, I need you to divide the fleet in two. One half will take the mineralized energy back to HQ. The other half will find Tipper and have her come meet us. Understood. Let's pray that your plan works out. Alright, emotion given form. 2 hours later. Radiation purger worked, and we managed to purify a batch of mineralized energy. We left cleaning up the enemy forces to our allies while Rumi, Duisburg, and Hipper accompanied me to the energy tower. So this stuff is supposed to make me stronger? Is this a joke or what? Unsurprisingly, Hipper is suspicious at best. With a little more work, by drawing out the shared attributes between the mineralized energy and the Watatatsumi, and by imbuing emotion into the result, it can be turned into an item that affects the ship girl's hull and boosts her firepower. Instead of trying to explain such a high-level concept, however, I opt to show rather than tell. Imbuing emotions, in other words, I should focus about how much I care about Mipper. Recalling the method that Isakai'd taught me, I raise the mineral fragment and touch it with 2 of my forehead. My mind seems to collapse, and I realize that I'm somewhere else. The void stretches on endlessly in all directions. Time and orientation mean nothing here. Why does this feel nostalgic? Is this where I first met Rodney Meta? Ah, damn it. My hazy mind starts melting, assimilating into the never-ending void. Wait! My consciousness starts to fade, and I hear a familiar sound of wind chimes. Ugh, why do you keep asking me what gifts I'd like? Are you stupid? Fine, but I'll only tell you this just this once. Baka. What was that? I witnessed a strange scene, but it quickly slips from my memories. I look with confusion. Everyone around me is just as surprised. Dots. Commander, you did it that easily? No special equipment, no special treatment. Just by touching it to your forehead, you changed the mineralized energy into something else. Unscientific. Visitor from the beyond, indeed. You're something special. Their comments made me realize that the mineral in my hands is turned into a small box. Even emotions in material form. Is that the Watatatsumi's true power? I don't know if this works like wisdom cubes, but either way, it looks like it worked. But is this box what I think it is? Nipper, I want you to have this. Isn't this supposed to make me stronger? What's this in this thing? The unknown. That's exactly why it can give you the power known as hope. Not knowing the future is what gives us hope. We get to decide our destiny, not others. We're not done yet, and neither is this world. This power will seize victory and find a future full of hope. Still not getting what you're going here for here. Well, it's a gift. Thanks, I guess. Ruby and I worked together to prepare HQ's defenses as fast as humanly possible. After that, I went to the Eternal Star and used the console to switch the Mirror Sea to the 2 defense mode. Star Beast is coming. Let's see how it can handle us this time. 5-3, side by side. The waters of the Mirror Sea begin to shift. Its normally invisible boundary distorts, manifesting something like a barrier. I had no idea the Mirror Sea had such a hidden function. Another miracle wrought by the commander. Things are going surprisingly well so far. Commander's predictions of enemy numbers and position were spot on. It's almost as if you could see the future. Frankly, it's kind of creepy. I'm just glad the commander's like on our side. Everything is going exactly the way you said. That must mean the Star Beast will appear. Steel yourselves. Our counter-offensive went smoothly. The enemy markers on the monitor vanished one after the next, and victory seemed but a shot away. But right at that moment, a shocking development occurred. The star overhead suddenly glows blindingly brightly, its magnified radiance lighting up half the night sky in the blink of an eye. It's re-entering the atmosphere. The white heavens become diffused with innumerable blue lights that flicker in and out of existence. It's like someone has inverted the colors of the night. A Lord class. It did appear after all. Are we going to be okay? No. We shall see. Fighting is our only choice. Strange noises come in waves, seemingly shaking all the world through our very souls. The course is blocked by the wall of Midgard, doing little more than causing some ripples on the barrier. Countless feelers appear, reaching into the night sky as though trying to stitch it into the sea together. The Eternal Star barrage of shells blow them to smithereens. The pieces fall back down into the sea like hailstones. So far, so good, but this is where the battle truly begins. Nipper, are you ready? I've been waiting for this a long time. Let me at it! Everyone focus your attacks on the Lord's class. Kaboom! Follow my lead. We will synchronize our strikes. Cover Nipper and secure a route to victory. And here it is. It's losing HP bars. But are we actually doing anything? Kaboom! The cannon fired vanished like fireflies in the black, starry sky. Gibberish! More gibberish. Nonsense, I can't read that. Yeah. Nonsense. Enough talk, you die now. I'll defeat you, not just to avenge my sisters, but for the sake of a bright future for the Admiral Hipper class. Nonsense. Bzz. When she leaves the safety of the barrier, the Star Beast launches an attack. However, the crushing noise is erased by a soft light. Bullying poor Hipper? Not on my watch. Heh, Hipper, let's punish this big lug together. Two people thought long lost appear on the scene. The girls on Hipper's flanks point their guns in the same direction. Aww. Eugen, Blucher, shouldn't the two of you be? No way. This isn't real. Are you ghosts, hallucinations, or... Dee, settle down, sis. You're not wrong, but that doesn't mean you're right. Well, maybe you're actually wrong. I don't understand it well enough to explain. Eugen, help me out here. Basically, your wishes took form as us. You wish to make a new future for the Admiral Hipper class. How could we let you do it alone? Is it really you? Yeah, we're back. Only for a while, though. Hipper, thanks for all you've done in our stead. Dots. Gibberish. Nonsense. I can't read that. Why? Why do you put this in if we can't read it? It's firing its laser. Blinding light condenses beneath the starry sky. Interrupting our touching reunion. You're as dense as they come. Hey, you big glug, I'm gonna beat the tar out of you. Wait, Eugen, Blucher, get back in the barrier. You two can't take that thing on alone. Don't worry about us, we have each other. Yeah, let's win this thing together. Kaboom. That which I'd seen destroy the world before was halted by a gentler force, which weakened it with every passing second. Silence took over the battlefield, engulfing all. Ages seemed to pass in this moment. When the light disappeared, so too did the Star Beast. Did we win? It was a perfect victory. Heh, our band can beat anything. I swear, I must be dreaming. We really won? Blucher, Eugen, have you come to life, back to life somehow? It's been a while, Rumi. Who knew you'd become the leader of the resistance? Sorry, but we haven't, considering us a fleeting illusion born from hopes and dreams. A fleeting illusion? Does that mean you're leaving me? The future you dreamed of is reality now. Our job here is done. Oh, well, knowing that you two live on in the States is still a relief. When can I see you again? Take care of yourself and keep getting stronger, and maybe then you might just be able to find us, or you might even realize that we've been with you all along. Doesn't make much sense to me, but okay. I'll take care of myself. I'll get stronger, and someday I will find you two. We're cheering you on, Hipper. Sure are. Keep your eye on your nutrition. Got it. You don't have to tell me that. Sea breeze blows through, and Prince Eugen and Blucher begin to fade. It's time for us to go. Thank you all for taking such good care of our sister. Keep her safe for us. No worries here, Eugen. We will win this war. I believe you. Shuffle. There's the sound of shuffling cards again, but we're alive. But it's softer and slower, as if giving me time to prepare before I'm taken away. It's time to say goodbye. Everyone, we've achieved a great victory today. From now on, the Star Beast is no longer a sword hanging over the world. It's a symbol of victory and hope. Congratulations, Fritz Rumi. Your current operation has taken a great leap forward. Oh, those are dangerous words. Great leap forward. Commander, thank you. You're not leaving too, are you? I am. Will we ever see you again? Of course, I'm certain of it. You will forever be the commander of the Iron Blood Resistance. Take care of yourself. And it all fades to white. Hee, Commander. Long time no see, or perhaps I should say I'll see you soon. What? Hello. This is an interesting scene. It looks like the table's about to collapse. The magician's divination. After the light faded, the headquarters, the eternal stars, and the starbase alike were all gone. I was slumped over a classroom desk, bathed in warm sunlight. When I sat up, I felt as if all I had happened was a dream. But I know very well that all I experienced was real. Eugen's words are still fresh in my mind. Long time no see. See you soon. Thinking about something, or just feeling strange now that you didn't have to die this time. I'm thinking about what Eugen's fandom said to me as I left. Who cares? Why bother agonizing over something if she doesn't find it important enough to tell you directly? That's an interesting phrase coming from you, because you told us nothing directly. You know something, don't you? Let's get back to talking about you. Your little search has finally come to an end. Are you satisfied? I'd call it a happy ending. What about you? What have you been after all this time? There's one thing I'd like to know. Did isolating you from your memories of Test Site Beta make it easier to explore who you are and what you'd experienced? I can't deny that. Pieces of the puzzle came together like never before. I remembered some things too. But you just don't like my method. Yeah, I really don't. I can overlook your manipulation of me to an extent, but I draw the line at manipulating my friends' memories. Really? Even if some of your own memories in Test Site Beta are falsehoods? Doesn't matter. My memories are from Test Site Beta. That's what matters. No matter what came before, that's where I belong. It's not an easily discarded test site to me. It's my home. Or one of them, at least. To be honest, I wouldn't have been able to get out of this if not for my bonds of my bonds. What? That's clumsily phrased. The answer I gave is no doubt different from the one you intended, right? Exactly. I planned to have you choose a different route. Having me complete Jormungandr, I presume. Why do you think so? Sirens' role is the key. I think your ultimate goal here was to make me change my opinion on them. You wanted me to fail over and over until I was willing to cooperate with the Antiochus, or you convinced me to take a similar deal. I accepted. You'd tell me how to complete Jormungandr and provide the resources. With that, we defeat the Star Beast. And with that, you'd have a new impression. I would have a new impression of the Sirens. They're my ally. Isn't that right? Means nothing now. You chose a different path after all. Magician, you don't remember me, do you? Why do you ask? You've been trying to teach me things, though in a roundabout way, but you've kept so silent about my true identity. While I searched, you wanted to observe me and try to figure out who I am. Am I wrong? Perhaps. Or did I simply manipulate you into presuming as such? Either way, I understand your thoughts now. I won't toy with your memories anymore. I'll promise you that, if nothing else. No more suddenly yanking me out of my world. Depends on my mood, I'm afraid. And promise me you won't interfere with their world anymore. I want to be able to see them again. Very well. We don't have much time left, so let's do something special. Suddenly, we're inside some kind of fortune-telling tent. Pick 3 cards, if you'd please. On the purple tablecloth is a deck of tarot cards spread face down. Are we doing divination now? Past, present, future. 3 cards, please. Go on. Your first card is the Star, reversed. The Moon, upright. Third card. Your third, well, isn't this interesting? How so? I'm not telling. I'd much rather keep you in suspense. You had another secret, huh? I only let you choose. I never said I'd share the result, now did I? Besides, what good is knowing the future if it means limiting your options? This has been a lot of fun. I look forward to meeting you again, Commander. Okay. 5-5 Epilogue. I was finally reunited with my friends from the Magic Circle, surrounded by a kaleidoscope of butterflies. And bad translation at Akagi. Commander! You're finally home. We've been waiting for you. Sorry for the wait. It's over now. It hasn't been that long. We're honestly surprised at how fast you were. Have you already finished everything you needed to do? Fast? How much time has passed since we last talked? Less than 3 minutes. Time has passed at different speeds there. Did Madame M do that out of consideration for these two? I had no idea one of the Arbiters could do that. Memphis. Commander! And it's Akagi. Commander! Commander, you just froze up. Did you forget something you needed to do? No, I'm fine. I'm fed up with this little business trip. Let's go home and leave the discussion for another time. Yes, let's. I'd be happy to accompany you, my commander. Journeys intertwined, encounters unexpected. The chaos has ended, the danger past. From now on, life will be peaceful once more. Or will it? Substellar Crepuscle, the end. Tip of the iceberg. Time, unknown. Location, unknown. For several days now, Helena has gazed endlessly at the panel before her and worked without pause. Only one system hour remained until she would find test site Beta's coordinates. She had captured the core device of the Phantom test site 3 system hours prior. It's almost going too smoothly. Magician must have set a trap. That much is clear from the fact that Miss D's appearance in test site Beta isn't kept confidential. Besides, the tower and Camelot need to maintain constant connection for this to work. This would be the perfect time for her to launch an attack, and yet, why isn't she doing anything? Was this the whole point? Just delaying me for a few days and nothing else? It's a Star Trek Red Alert sound. Right on cue, the situation took a turn for the worse. A strong impact came from seemingly all directions. The bait that Helena had prepared was destroyed in the blink of an eye. Is that all? No. She was never after the tower. She wanted to disrupt time-space and delay my contact with Death Site Beta. Observer, are you done over there? I'm still selecting the location for the mainframe. How fast do you think I am? I see. Then put that on hold for now. You're not about to tell me to go fight Magician, are you? Me? Fight an Arbiter? You must be kidding. Shut down and go into hiding at once, before she can seize control and take us unawares. Otherwise, I'll be forced to dispose of you. Fine, I'm out of here. Phew. Requesting access to Antiochus database. Arbiter system information. Reading Arbiter 4 to 14 backup data. Building simulations. Magician, I've always considered you an eyesore. It's time I made a move. Interesting. Onwards to the future. My disappearance came to be known as the day the stars faded. For a few days after, I stayed in the Sakura Pavilion due to safety concerns. During my stay, I submitted my report on the incident, contacted my allies across the world, and confirmed that everything was back to normal. After that, I contacted Queenie on an encrypted line and learned that the Ash's reinforcements had never come to the NA Ocean Singularity. She also informed me of the situation with Test Site Beta and how the Meta Helena was hard at work on it. I still couldn't reach Helena herself, and Camelot had lost contact with her. Given what I knew so far, there was no doubt she and Madame M, the Magician, were in the midst of a fierce battle. I'd have no way of intervening, yet knowing their power, it seemed unlikely that either of them would come out seriously hurt. All I could do was pray that their battle ended soon. And finally, it was time for Akagi to return to the Sakura Empire. Sardinia Empire, former World Expo venue, Sakura Empire Pavilion. You may leave me here, Commander. This is a big moment for you. I don't mind coming with you if it makes it easier. You'd really come with me? Of course, I have 2 or 3 days free. I can make more time if I need to. You mustn't. This is an internal matter, so it must be decided by my people. If you were there, they may be too kind to me. I won't get the punishment I deserve. Besides, Lady Nagato, Musashi, Mikasa, they're all working as a united front now. But I'll be fine. I'm prepared for whatever may come. Don't worry, Commander. I'll be there as well. I've been away from home for a long time, but I believe I still have friends who will show deference to me. I haven't forgotten our promise to travel together. When this is all over, Commander, I'll be waiting for you in the Sakura Empire. Thanks, Kagi. Commander, friends, the Sakura fleet will hereby take our leave. I look forward to seeing you all again. Thus, the Sakura Empire fleet departs. There they go. Getting a little sentimental? She risked her life alongside us. At first, I found her a little extreme. Now that we've spoken, though, I think differently of her. There's more to Akagi than her mistakes. I hope she's able to atone for her past actions. Goodness, you don't think you should worry about yourself first, huh? Don't go telling people you can make all the time in the world for them. Get your priorities straight. Oh, you mean the Reformation? Yes, that is what I mean. The Reformation is back on the table thanks to all of this, and it's looking better than ever. Siren forces are more disorganized now, too, with the loss of the mainframe. You have endless work to do, you know. Dots. Winds of change are coming to the Azure Lane. I have to think about the test site, too. Now that the experimental framework is gone, should the truth be publicized? How will the future shake without the Sirens' intervention? Problems that I thought future me would have to deal with are piling up in front of me right now. Sirens have brought war and destruction, but at the same time, they've pushed us to solve the X problem. With their mainframe gone, that pressure is gone. What are the people who don't know about the X? They're relieved by the reduced Siren threat, but how will they feel? Does the Azure Lane truly have a reason to exist anymore? We've been so focused on defeating the Sirens all this time. Now the experimental framework is gone, it doesn't really feel like we've won. There are still Sirens who threaten the safety in this world. The Arbiter is watching us, the mysterious Observer Zero. As long as their experiments continue, as long as we suffer as their guinea pigs, peace with the Sirens is impossible. What's more, our true threat lurks in the dark. The risk of it encroaching upon our world is ever present. This is no time to sit on our laurels. We can't tell all the world everything about our enemy. They'll be celebrating this false victory and fighting over the spoils for a time to come. There's nothing we can do about it. We'll just have to protect the world. The Azure Lane, the Sirens, and our test site. I suppose it won't have much free time after all. Right. I should return your handkerchief. It turned out to be a big help. Oh, that's okay. It's a gift. I thought it was your favorite. Don't worry about it. If you really want to thank me, you can get me a new one. Also, you said you're free for the next 2 days. Why don't we all go out together? I can't wait to see a Sardinian holiday. EX3, her new toy. An upbeat singing voice echoed throughout the boundless, starry night sky. La la la, let's sing a little song. La la la, sing it all day long. Sing with me, it's easy as can be. If you're feeling down, turn that frown upside down. La la la, I'm gonna get you bastards. La la, every last one of you. Nothing would make me happier. La la la. Arbiter the Magician won. Interesting. Huh? What's this? Fascinating. Hey, don't run away. Get back here. Okay. Ha, that was interesting. Okay. That's the end of the story. Through the city I walk. Buildings line the streets. Upon the earth I walk. Mountains and rivers intertwine. Tap the seas I walk. Coastlines stretch on eternal. In the skies I walk. The sun dyes the world white. In purest white I walk. Through the heaven I walk. Upon me your eyes gaze. On my ears songs of adoration echo. Nonsense! I am the Hierophant. Nonsense! Governor of harmony, promoter of discourse. Nonsense! Chosen few, gather round. Gibberish! Accept my principles and extol my name. Creepy. Okay. Let's get back to... There you are, Fretz.
指揮官、どうした？
Okay, that was Substellar Crepuscle. Thank you everyone who dropped by to enjoy the story with me, and thank you anyone in the future who decided to watch this on YouTube. In the meantime, thank you. I hope everyone enjoys the event and has good luck with their polls. Good night.